And Jalen Hurts, as Sal was talking about, makes his 10th start tonight, gives the Eagles a chance. He'll need to leverage his versatility, right? Something he's excelled at in his young career to give him a chance. If he can throw for 216 yards, he'll become the first player in NFL history to average at least 250 passing yards and 50 rushing yards over his first 10 career starts. Luckily for him, Tampa allows the most passing yards per game this season, certainly a depleted secondary. And Dan, I think the conversation around Jalen Hurts is always, is he enough, right? And even you hear those numbers, he's putting up some really good stats. What are the Eagles, though, getting enough out of him, getting the most out of him?
Well, it seems like it doesn't matter. It seems like Jalen Hurts has to be better than 3 top 10 picks in next year's draft. Jalen Hurts isn't trying to prove to the Philadelphia Eagles that he can be a starting quarterback. That's the elephant in this room, is they got 3 picks in next year's top 10. That's the reality, is you can't just go, well, I'm good, because the Eagles are sitting there going, well, there might be some veteran quarterbacks that we've had our eye on that could be on the move next year, or if they want to go up to the number 1 pick, they got ammunition to go get it. And so Jalen Hurts is fighting this battle of trying to prove I'm better than what those 3 first-round picks can get you. But watching this offense, what's head-scratching about it is I don't think they're setting him up to play optimal success. I think they're setting him up for them to get a true evaluation of the type of player and person that he is. They've thrown the ball 3rd most in the NFL. If you asked me 5 weeks ago what this offense would look like, it would be a ground and pound, dominant offensive line, get the ball to your running backs. They're throwing the ball like they got Drew Brees at quarterback. That's the confusing aspect of this offense.
Well, it's not really confusing because they're setting him up to have success. This is why he's having the success, Dan. I know you talked about the draft picks that they had, 3 draft picks, and the possibility that maybe he's playing for his future. Every player in the National Football League, unless you are a made man, you're playing for your future. I mean, that's the reality of it. And then you say, hey, well, maybe they can move up to the number 1 spot with those picks. Who are they going to draft? Because no college quarterback right now that I've seen, and you covered college, in college football is better than Jalen Hurts for the Philadelphia Eagles right now. The guy's averaging almost 270-plus yards passing. He got 7 TDs on the season. He's only threw 3 interceptions. That's not a lot. He's having a productive year. And I think as he grows within this new system, he would only continue to get better. As Laura says, there's always this, is he enough? And he only continues to go out there and show and display to people that say, oh, well, we don't know if he is. That's all he's been doing.
Yeah, a reminder, too, that if Carson Wentz plays 75% of the snaps for the Colts, that's where the other, right, we saw that earlier. Quickly, Dan, I mean, is there a quarterback that they could draft, the Eagles could draft, that would be better than Jalen Hurts right now in the college game?
Malik Willis from Liberty looks pretty good. I haven't studied them all, but he's a really, really talented guy. But again, there's some veterans that are going to be part of this conversation as well.
Yeah, well, that's another good point. All right, Marcus, when you think about Hurts tonight, though, specifically, in an opportunity to prove some things, it's really important to notice who he's going up against in this Tampa Bay defense.
Absolutely. When you hear Dan and Key talk about his evaluation, this is a pivotal game, in my opinion, because you have a ravaged secondary and defense with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And if they want to push the ball down the field, he has to be able to do it tonight. This is one of those ones that should be similar to a layup. Get his guys involved, play this game, and compete at a very high level. I'm in firm belief that Jalen Hurts can be a starter and a high-level quarterback in this league if you use him the right way.
Right.
But he has to take those steps because this evaluation, like I said at the beginning of the season, is going to be season long. But in this particular game, with an entire secondary almost being out, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers don't have Levante David. He has to have success through the air, and I believe he will.
It's so interesting to just think about this. I get why he's being evaluated real time in this way, but hey, man, you're being evaluated against the Super Bowl champs, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Adam, I want your thoughts on this. What more can you add about the Eagles and their future plans at quarterback?
Well, Laura, last offseason, the Eagles were linked to a lot of different quarterbacks that could be available, and there's no team that is better positioned to make a move at quarterback this upcoming offseason than the Philadelphia Eagles. It doesn't mean they will or they won't. It just means that they have the most ammunition of any team in the league to do whatever they want at quarterback. And there's been a lot of discussion this offseason about how Aaron Rodgers could be free, Russell Wilson could be free, all the quarterbacks in the draft. There's a lot that's going to happen. at the quarterback position this upcoming offseason. And again, you come back to the Eagles, who right now would have 3 picks in the top 10. That's a lot of firepower to go do whatever it is that you decide that you want to do. And their evaluation of Jalen Hurts over the course of this entire season will wind up playing into what they do this upcoming offseason.
Yeah, if they decide to stick with Hurts, you think about some of the players they could surround him with in the draft and beyond.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.